Why do couples fight all the time? Make the dumb bed! Just make the bed! One time! Nobody's coming to my house. Why do I need to make the bed? Let's get some reasons why and figure out how to solve some of that conflict. Why do couples fight all the time? Well, we're all blessed with unique and wonderful personalities. We see the world through this specific lens, and until we learn to broaden that lens, we're never going to really get along in a way where we understand others. If you really want to improve the way you work with people, whether it be in a marriage, work situation, in an organization, a basketball team, it doesn't matter. You've got to understand yourself, and you've got to understand others, and then be able to adapt your behavior to meet others where they are. I can divide the world into folks who are outgoing, folks who've never met a stranger, talk to a squirrel on the side of the road, super energy, fast-paced, ready to go. And then I can divide the world, the other part, into more reserved folks. A little more shy, a little more cautious, don't want to speak unless spoken to. And so when we divide those two worlds apart, we have these high-powered, really fast-paced, going and doing and moving all the time, energetic, enthusiastic, fast-paced folks. And then our slower-paced folks are not really slower paced, but they're just slower to get involved. They're discerning. They're all about thinking through things. They're all about, and they don't want to speak. And so our job as faster paced folks is to help pull that out. But anyway, we've got this outgoing versus reserved dynamic. So we talk about outgoing versus reserved, we're talking about your internal motor or your pace. And so for you, if you're an outgoing person, if I leaned in very closely and listened to your internal motor, it would sound like this. Rum, 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 I mean, you're ready to go. I mean, let's get this video on the road, man. I got a plane to land. Let's go. So always going fast, moving. But then if I come over here and listen to these reserved people, their internal motor sounds like this. And if they get really excited, it sounds like this. Never too high, never too low. Really steady, really steady. So it's a wonderful attribute. So in terms of this whole couples arguing and we're getting into conflict, well, those fast people, they want to go fast. Those slower people, a little bit more slower pace. So that's one division. So determine right now, am I an outgoing person or am I a reserved person? We'll talk about your significant other later. Now we're going to move into, are we task-oriented or are we people-oriented? Okay? So our people-oriented folks over here, man, we're all about emotions and feelings and the wants and needs of others and just all about caring and sharing. We're all about that kind of stuff. Over here, these folks, these task-oriented people, man, they're all about procedure and form and function and lists and ultimately getting things done. Emotions over here, getting things done over here. Okay? So when we talk about this particular movement of people versus task, this is where 90% of all conflict in any relationship comes. It's from this division. It's not from the first one. It's not outgoing versus reserved. It's this division. It's task versus people. Let me give you an example. My wife is a super task-oriented person, just a mega off-the-charts task-oriented person, and I am a people person. So we really are far apart on the scale in terms of what we like to do and how we gain our energy. So this division of people versus task really impacts us if we go on vacation, which we don't do very often. My wife and I have 5 kids. So when we do go to vacation, it's typically to Florida and it's typically to Disney World because that's my wife's favorite spot to go. So for me as a people-oriented person, man, I'm over here thinking to myself, for this trip to be a win, I'm going to get my picture taken with Mickey. The kids and I are going to be going down Splash Mountain. We're going to get that memory going on, and we're going to go through Space Mountain like 15 times in a row. However we can do that, let's go get some candy and feed our faces with those big drumsticks. Let's just have a great time. Okay? It doesn't matter if we get to every single ride in the park or 4 or 5 rides in the park. As long as we're having a good time, enjoying each other's company, and we come back and talk about, oh man, y'all remember that time? Man, that was awesome, wasn't it? And we can have some good memories. No. Not for these task-oriented people. Man, a Disney World vacation starts in the parking lot because we're going to be in that parking lot at 7:02, ready to hit that tram by 7:18 because we're going to be at the front of the park by 7:59. We've got those fast passes for Splash Mountain and Space Mountain coming at 8:21, 8:47. We're handing out agendas to everybody in the group, even the 2-year-old. She's got one. I mean, everyone knows what we're going to do. Bathroom breaks. Oh, they're not going to be flexible. We're going at between 10 and 10:15. And if you don't have to go, you better be wearing some kind of undergarment or you better go in the woods or something. I mean, you got to get that stuff done. task-oriented people, for them to have, yes, this is a win, they're going to go through their list. Did we get to every ride on the list? If they didn't, it's a failure. It's a failure to them. But why is that? Because that's how they're wired. Now you can see, I'm so not over there. I'm over here with these people-oriented folks. Man, I'm ready to go, have a good time, woohoo! And these task-oriented people, man, why are you even paying money to go to the park? You could have sat there and had a good time splashing around in the backyard. I paid like $100 billion for us to go to Disney World. We got to get all this stuff done. You can see where we might have a little bit of this going on, right? Okay. So instead of this going back and forth, what we have to understand is ourselves first. I'm this way. Okay, that makes sense. I like doing the Mickey thing and all that kind of stuff. And then we have to understand social awareness. My spouse, significant other, brother, sister, mom, dad, coworker, whomever it happens to be. Oh, they're not like me. They are this way. So that then we can adapt our behavior. So why does conflict happen? It happens because we don't understand ourselves, and we certainly don't understand the person that's involved in that relationship. And until we do that, we're not going to transform the way we communicate, and we're not going to reduce conflict in any relationship. Remember, we're all a unique blend of 4 of these personality traits, whether it be D, I, S, or C. If you want to find out more information about D, I, S, and C, we've done 4 videos on a series of those. Find those below in the description. Also, if you want to know more about your style, and again, it starts with self-awareness, look in the link below and find the link to our store. And in the store, you can take in one of our personality assessments, less than $15. You'll love them. They'll give you a nice printout and give you really good insight into who you are so that you can take the next step and discover more about others.